The church is sort of an organisation whose primary mission statement is go into all the world and make disciples. It's pretty weird how we all feel quite uncomfortable doing that. It's something when you talk to people my age, it actually is quite a painful reality, is that we realise we have to disciple other people, but we have no idea, we haven't seen it done that intentionally ourselves. That's the big challenge.
The Bible is our whakapapa and is our story, our history as humans and of God's people. And if we stop telling that story, then yeah, we'll forget it for ourselves and we won't know what we're about and what our story is and what our history is.
These are young people who've been brought up around movies and this kind of importance of story. And so when we get into just sort of bullet point truth, you know, here's the Bible and it tells us these 4 things about God that start with C, that doesn't resonate with their heart.
I think it's important for us to share our actual life experiences. I find that as our leaders do just give it a go and share, you know, great things can happen from that.
I think community is really important in that, and intergenerational mixing. For me, probably the most foundational things of the Bible being so important in my life was the Bible study I went to when I was a teenager that my friend's mum ran. And having someone older and wiser who had been doing this thing for so much longer than we had was just so good.
Family is just the main place, that's the main culture. If you're a fish, it's the ocean you're swimming in.
I think it was actually my older brother. He used to be in love with the Bible and I was just like, oh, what a weirdo, like who likes reading? And he used to take Bible stories that he loved and he would read them to me and my little brother. I think when I was growing up, I got to an age where I was like, kind of trying to find my own answers to everything. I remember my first ever youth leader and she gifted me her own personal Bible and it was my first ever Bible that I owned. And she had so many little personal notes that I was like, why do these mean so much to her? And then they actually applied to my life. And then I was kind of like, oh, I want to know more about it. You read the Bible, you can read the same story and it's different every time. It's like a mini banquet between pages. I love it.
I think when other people see you passionate about something, they want that passion as well. I also think just being real with young people is what they want.
If you don't experience good news in something, you will not pass it on.
If we don't pass it on, then the next generation won't pass it on and yeah, it'll get lost.
What gives me hope is that I cannot keep up with the amount of young people that want to be discipled. If the question is how are we going to get more and more people jammed into some of the church expressions as we know it, I think that's going to get tough. If the question is how do we keep up with the demand of young people who want to be discipled, I'm like, that's exciting.